Holy shit. Yo, this is about to get crazy right now. This fire just broke out. We just got to the first site. This is not good.
Wildfires can be common in the Amazon during dry season, but experts agree that these fires have been deliberately set by farmers illegally deforesting land for cattle ranching. Since becoming president, Bolsonaro of Brazil has opposed protections for the rainforest, saying the land should be used for agriculture and mining. According to National Geographic, there's no question that it's a consequence of the recent uptick in deforestation. Brazil's environmental minister claimed that the fires have been caused by unusual weather conditions, including a lack of rain, increased heat, and wind. In August, Bolsonaro fired his head scientist at the National Institute for Space Research for sharing satellite photos that showed the huge increase in fires. Data showed that there has been an 84% increase in deforestation from the same period in 2018. At the annual G7 summit, this year's host, French President Emmanuel Macron, said over $20 million worth of aid would be released to help fight the forest fires. Brazil rejected the offer.
Macron promete ajuda de países ricos à Amazônia. O que está de olho da Amazônia?
J'ai beaucoup d'amitié et de respect pour le peuple brésilien. J'espère très rapidement qu'ils auront un président qui se comporte à la hauteur.
Que alguém ajuda alguém, a não ser uma pessoa pobre, né? Sem retorno, o que está de olho da Amazônia? O que eles querem lá? Há tanto tempo.
President Bolsonaro since has signed a decree banning using fire to clear land for 60 days in response to Amazon deforestation. But environmentalists have warned that the worst of the fire is yet to come. In the first 48 hours after the ban, satellite data from the National Space Research Institute showed 3,859 new outbreaks of fire, 2,000 of which were concentrated in the Amazon region.
Can you smell it?
Made it.
Can you smell it?
Yeah, you can literally, hopping off the plane, you can smell the fires. It's nuts. Could not see them coming in on the plane, but it was very hazy.
So tomorrow 9:30 is our breakfast, then we fly to ground zero. The red dot, that's where we at.
The worst fires right now in the Amazon are happening in Bolivia.
Yeah, I've been getting bunch of videos, bunch of photos of national parks destroyed. We'll see. Everybody wants to help, everybody wants to do something.
You can actually see the fires in the distance over here. Yeah. That orangish glow over the horizon is the fires. Spencer. Spencer. Nice to meet you.
We met with a presidential candidate in Guatemala, Luis Velasquez, who flew down to help us trek into the Amazon to find out how we can help provide the first foreign aid in the entire country.
It has a very short
Runaway?
land runaway, and it's not
I'm sure it's longer than St. Bart's. We'll be
and
fine.
it's not asphalt.
Some bugs are
So
worse than
he
the
would.
What'd you say about the short runway
We would
thing?
need to rent a.
This is not a situation about 5 days ago that I thought I'd be in. I didn't think I'd be in Bolivia, about to get on a plane that's crammed and fly over fires. And the guy that we're with, he said, could he fly as low as possible over the fires? These people are struggling, and you know, hopefully we can bring some awareness to what's going on here. Thank you, guys.
No, have a good
Thank
trip.
you.
And,
Appreciate
we'll
it.
see you Thursday.
Yeah, we'll see you Thursday. All right, where should I sit?
I have news for you.
No,
Advice if you could go for the takeoff to the front. One of you guys, the light ones. Okay.
I'll go for the front. Oh man. Oh, it's sweaty. There's no AC in here, is there? Oh my gosh.
Sure.
My mom's gonna hate when she sees this.
Completed our karma. I don't see us being taken out of here at this present moment in life.
That's good. I feel good about that. Yeah. This is definitely the scariest thing I've ever done. I'm not gonna lie.
This was the first chance I got to see the extent of the deforestation taking place in the Amazon. There are thousands of acres of forest interrupted by massive plots of land, used primarily for cattle, which is making the once tropical rainforest very arid. Areas surrounding the Amazon are one of the primary sources of meat production in the world.
So we're about 30 minutes until we land, and all you can really see is smoke. We haven't really seen too many fires. We've seen a couple small ones.
More than 20% of the Amazon rainforest is gone already. 20,000 square miles per year are destroyed for cattle farming, which means the entire rainforest could be gone within 50 years. Research shows that fires have increased by 85% since 2018.
I don't know. I think we're good. Are you sure? Wow, that's actually really smooth.
Gracias, señor.
Wow, that's a miracle. We just landed on the border of Bolivia and Brazil.
Fire. Only one, because the
It rained yesterday night, and it turned down most of the fires in this area.
It's great. It's great. It's amazing.
So it rained, and they have only one fire left that they're still battling, which is about 54 kilometers from here. So tomorrow we would go to the area where the people have been relocated over there at Roboré.
Okay, so we got to a small town. I don't even know where we're at. We're right at the border of Brazil and Paraguay. There was massive fires on this border, and last night, this is actually super good news, there was a big monsoon that came through and literally wiped out all these fires. These were the biggest ones in Bolivia. All right, so it's 3:30 a.m. We're waking up. We're getting ready to go on our second mission. This was my room last night. I got my own private bathroom. It's pretty good when you go to flush the toilet. I don't think that's supposed to do that. Today we're actually gonna go trek into some of the wildfires.
We slept like 2.5 hours. It's crazy. Chasing the fire.
So we just made it to a shelter. This is where a lot of these people in the communities locally have been displaced.
They need a complete equipment and protection for the firefighters to be able to turn off the fires. That's their main need right now.
We just met with the locals. You saw them. They're wearing vests. They're trying to fight the fires. This is a space where they can get some food. And really, these are all the locals. They're just coming here to help as much as they can. But they need fire equipment, so that's one thing that we're gonna help provide. The mayor's wife of this city just said that it's gonna take over 200 years to fully recover. And as you can see, these forests they're just charred. There's nothing left, and it's gonna take a long time for these to recover.
Okay, right now we are at it's called the Dome. It's the operation center that they have built. As you see, it's very precarious, very small. But this is where pretty much the firefighters, this is their center of operation for this place. From here they go to the fires and they come back at night to sleep.
These are man-made fires due to poor slash and burn techniques. With so much of the rainforest gone, the surrounding climate is getting much more dry. One of the issues facing the Brazilian Amazon now is a loosening of regulations by the current administration, which has opened up more land for deforestation and burning. This could be catastrophic both for the Amazon and the rest of the world. The deforestation is causing dry season droughts that are worsening every year. The droughts create perfect conditions for fires to spread.
We're headed very deep into a nature reserve where apparently there's a large fire, and honestly we can see why. This is a super dry area. I mean, if there was a fire here, this is like it's just essentially asking for an enormous forest fire. So I think, this opens up the conversation. We were talking on the bus on the way here. I think one of the biggest problems that these areas face is drought and dryness. There's a lot of areas where people are coming in and they're creating cattle ranches, or they're slashing and burning the land. But you can see if you do it in the wrong area, all this brush can just go for miles, and that's what's happened.
She's from the community.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
¿Cómo está eso? ¿Cómo estás?
Fist bump. Boom.
So this is our first look at some of these fires. They've done a pretty good job of putting them out, but it took over 30 days to get to this part. Holy shit, yo, this is about to get crazy right now. This fire just broke out. We just got to the first site. This is not good. All right, it seems like they have this one under control, but this literally just popped up out of nowhere. So that's kind of the concern right now, is look at all this dry brush that just spread so quick. That could have spread to the entire forest if these volunteers weren't here. And oof, that smoke's horrible. Really hard to breathe. There's thousands of these tiny brush fires, and as you just saw, literally firsthand, these can pop up out of nowhere. So we're approaching another area that has been helping to put out some of these fires. Looks like the military has been helping out here. This is wild. It's just for miles. For miles and miles, it's just obliterated forest. So as you can see, this area is just completely devastated. Like, there's nothing left. This was a forest. And it's destroyed, and a lot of this is because of humans. It's because of us, and there's things that we can do to fix this. There's things that we can do to prevent these things from happening. And like, seeing it on social media is one thing for sure, but being here in person, like in the Amazon, it's devastated. Like, there should be wildlife here. There should be a rainforest right behind me, and it's burning. I really don't know how long we can continue to do what we're doing until things like this just become irreversible. We actually have a chance to change this though right now. We really do, and I hope people understand that.
It turns out there's a lot we can do about drought. The climate in the surrounding Amazon becomes more arid as more of the rainforest is destroyed. As the meat supply and demand increases, more Amazonian land is destroyed and taken from indigenous tribes for cattle farming and soy production. 90% of the soy produced is used as animal feed, so again, the solution comes back to supporting Brazilian companies that are using these native lands for cattle production. If we can change our consumption habits, we ultimately can control the demand for more deforested land. There are also protection laws that we can demand to help bring back the over 20% of rainforest that has been destroyed to avoid catastrophic fires in the coming years.
Apparently the tanker is flying over this fire up here. There's a big 747 that's dropping water onto the fires that people can't get to. Oh, it's right over there. Nick is packing up all the gear for the firefighters we have. Right now on this bus, we have 200 entire kits worth of stuff. So these are basically the backpack kits that they can spray water. And we've got helmets and all sorts of gear inside. And this is from the money that Nick has helped raise. And this is from the GoFundMe, so all the money that you guys have donated, thank you. So this is all the equipment. They need boots, jumpsuits, helmets, all the protective gear. So again, this is gonna equip 200 firefighters with all the gear they need. This is turning volunteers, people who can't fight fires because they don't have the correct gear, into people who can go out and they can actually save the rainforest. This is really, really cool. This is amazing to see this in action. From the moment that we landed, it honestly felt very hopeless. Like there's not anything we can do. And this is a very viable solution. It's equipping more and more people with the tools they need to actually combat these fires that are popping up all throughout the Amazon. So this is a start, and this is a really good start.
Bienvenida. Muchas gracias. Bienvenidos. Bienvenida.
Gracias.
Bienvenidos.
Buenas tardes. Vengo sordo. Buenas tardes. ¿Dónde está Bolivia? ¿Dónde está Bolivia? ¿Dónde está la chiquitanía? Gracias por esta bendita tarde, porque nos permiten estar acá. Sí. Bueno, muchas gracias. Quiero darles la bienvenida internacional que estamos recibiendo.
All right, so we just dropped off all the fire equipment. Now we're heading back on a plane to Santa Cruz, and then from Santa Cruz, I have to take off back to Los Angeles. So this was a successful mission. That was 200 firefighters that we equipped. But we have like, I think 500 more that we're about to equip. So this is just the beginning. I want to say thank you to everybody who sponsored a firefighter. The work is not done. We have an additional 800 firefighters that we're about to equip, and every single penny that you guys are donating is going to that. We're gonna spread this mission all across Bolivia and help put out these fires in the Amazon. So we took action, we made it happen. We didn't just post on social media, and that's what it's about. Shout out to Nick, thank you for bringing me down here, bro.
Love you, Spencer. Thank you guys.
Take care.